So good evening, we're here in Berlin Middle in Tacheles with one of the better known artists in Tacheles, Mr. Alexander Rodin from, I believe, Minsk, Belarus, which we would describe as being White Russia.
You see, now it's a special situation in Belarus. It's like it's not so big country, but you see its population 10 millions, and it is a sort of a dictatorship. It's authoritarian regime now, and it is a very difficult situation. You see, it's and also in arts because it's. Yes, you cannot to make free something. You see, it's a very, very strange situation. You see, it's you cannot to realize and to show something. You see, It is problem.
Obviously, the people of Belarus have a very good education. And I've met a lot of people from Eastern European countries who really do have a good education. Sometimes a lot more than the people within Western Europe itself. And which is obviously why some firms, companies, or artists themselves ask these people to come here. It's getting the same way here with capitalism and with investors investing in areas like the middle of Berlin to build hotels, and then obviously using private security firms. And privatizing the police, which is the new idea within Germany. It's already happening in the USA. It's happening in Great Britain. Isn't it the same type of pressure on people like you within Germany that you would get in Belarus, or is it in Belarus worse?
You see, in Belarus, it's not like a privatization. It's like it's a state. It's not necessary. It's a lot of police. It's going on in the street. You can to see a lot of. In Berlin, for example, I'm not saw it. It's time to time I saw policemen, but not like. Every day in every street it's 10, 20. It's
so the people
like the same. You see, but in Berlin it's more free about this.
People live a little freer.
Yes. In other case, it's when somebody, it's for example like here, it's I get experience. It's when it captured my exhibition. It's private security. I don't know what is it private, but it is a bank wanted to get private security, and they ruled private security.
So now we're at the Tacheles problem. The Tacheles problem is there's been a fight going on for a few years now, more than I don't know, maybe 10, maybe longer. Private firms, also investors, want to buy the land to build businesses and hotels on, and the artists who live here and work here want to keep Tacheles as it is. It would bring a lot of tourism, obviously, but what's been happening in the last couple of weeks is they've been using private security firms to come in here and basically terrorize or run the people out. Could you explain to us what happened in your case? How you found private security firms coming in here and trying to push you out, and then whatever happened there.
You see, it's not maybe touched security, not security. They come in the morning in my very big exhibition. You see, in the morning when I paint, you see they get through out the door, yes, and 30 security surround me, and they told they have decision of court.
Yeah.
Please go out. Yes, if it's decision of court, yes, I told only, can I take my brush, can I take my paints, can I take my palette? Oh no, you please, it is like, we cannot allow to you to get it, okay? And they pushed me by the back, you see, and downstairs at the entrance. But at the next day, it will be cleared because a lot of journalists, a lot of TV, it's come. I give an interview about this, and they are into court. They will be in court, and court say we never got this decision.
So they didn't even have allowance to come in and tell you to leave. And
No.
when you did you tell him refuse to leave, or did you give a fight?
No. I because no, I not fight because they told that they have decision of court.
Right.
Because if it's legal, I cannot to say something. Yes, but when it will be clear that it is illegal,
Yeah.
it is problem. It is problem because the bank have a lot of money. They can to use forces, private security, to make with everyone, not only with artists, everybody. They paid, please capture this man, and they disappeared. Another, they disappeared. Or it's musician, or it's artist, or somebody. You see, it is problem. We know by history, it is not so good. It is. I don't know how to make it because it's Berlin. It's democratic society. It's not. It's not like Africa. It's not like. It's Latin American. You see, where it's gun and make all situation. Here it's Europe. Belarus wanted to be like Europe. My friends wanted to make here it's like friendship and a lot of I have thousand artists, my guys and my friends. You see, thousand. It's like poets, like theatralic. It is problem. I try to explain to them what going on. They don't understand how in free society can to be the same situation. Okay.
It's possibly because of large corporations wanting to buy and invest and make money from land over years or whatever their plan might be.
Yeah.
And in the meanwhile, we've had politicians, especially in Western Europe, politicians who've been leaving their jobs. Gerhard Schröder would be a good example, who leaves a job and becomes the European, business guy from Gazprom. And that's basically, I believe that's basically what's happening in Europe, is that politicians are selling out to large companies and large firms, and in the end it's the large firms and politicians who are running the world somehow. They're creating war, which obviously in your pictures, in your art, you sort of reflect, which I found. And what I'd like to know is how many pictures did the private security firm, which they also use in war in Afghanistan, Iraq, they have private security firms, people who've been in the army in whatever country, South Africa, Australia, Belarus, even Russian, soldiers who've then joined private security firms and are now being used in lands like Iraq, in Afghanistan, in anywhere basically where they're needed, where any land would pay them to be there. And now within a European state, a European city like Berlin, the police, it isn't actually the police, it's actually the state or the people pumping money into the state are using private security firms to evict people, artists, or whatever, within the state of Berlin. That is actually against German law. I'm not sure which law it is, but I know it's against German law. They aren't really allowed to do that. So maybe you could do something about it. In the end, these people came in here, they evicted you, and then apparently they vandalized a lot of artwork. What do you have to say about that?
You see, it's for me also it's very strange. Okay, you wanted to get space. Okay, but why you wanted to arrest it all exhibition? 100 my paintings, it was captured. and several months nobody can penetrate, and I'm also cannot penetrate. I'm also how to close and not to allow to be in to look. And yes, after when lawyers started talks, it's lawyers from Tacheles, yes, they told, oh please, we allowed. Okay, I come and I saw that a lot of my paints damaged. They cut it, several paints. They brewed it, several paints. It is not understandable completely. You see, it's. I don't think that something like when it was the same situation, captured all personal exhibition. It is something terrible. You see, it's maybe when it was communistic regime in former Soviet Union, it was like something the same. You see, it's like a very famous situation with bulldozer exhibition. When in Moscow it was bulldozer, caterpillars, it's get out all paints. You see. But when it was, it's in the last century, it's 95, 65, 1965, 67, the same. But now it's another situation in society. Why the same methods like it was in a communist here? You see, it's what is it bank? Why they wanted to invade it? Yes. You wanted to get all space, please, decision of court. You see, it is main document for everybody. And in this case, what is a society? It is everybody wanted something. They come and to arrest it. They can. It is a ray of a society. I don't understand this.
We can't understand that either. We believe that anyone who destroys art are actually fascists. It's probably they use tactics to make people shy. They use tactics to make people think, oh no, I shouldn't fight back against it. You know, I'm not strong enough or whatever. And destroying somebody's art and that's just jealousy but I'm sure they were told to do that. I'm not sure if they were, but I would think they were told to do that, just to drive the people out who are making art here. And what's going on in the world at the moment, I believe with communists and capitalism, is just basically control. The capitalists like to control as much as communists. If they were real communists, they wouldn't have done that, I don't believe. What's going on now? What's the plan now? How long is this going to go on for? How long are you going to push for? The fight's going to be ongoing because they still want this building destroyed to build a hotel on. If they aren't interested anymore, there'll be other firms wanting this building just because of the area which it's in. It's Berlin Middle. And it's probably a big multi-million making scheme or plan by some investors or whatever, and so it's not gonna end the fight. So what do you think? What's the plan? How's it gonna go forward?
I think it's if they want it's something to build and to make a new commercial center. It's why not? It's the biggest space. They can to build, and it's not a problem. Problem with the Tacheles. It is 22 years. It's like a art center. Yes, here a lot of artists from all over the world and to make and to create something. It's attract million and million people. It's from all over the world. It's very famous. Yes. And why not to make a decision on this basic? Tacheles is Tacheles, and create what you want in outside. You see, it is this one. problem, and I think it is. They don't understand it also, and for them it will be very good because it's attract a lot of people. And people it's coming in a commercial center, but commercial center, a lot of commercial centers in Europe, even in Minsk, it's a very luxury commercial center. A lot of, and nobody astonished it. It's not like a brand for Minsk. Minsk, it's nothing because they have this, but. It is not arts, you see. Here it is arts place in combination with galleries and all kinds of events with arts, musician. It gives to Berlin special situation. And Tacheles it's also very special because never the same situation, never in Europe and at all in the world. Like Tacheles, you see, it's necessary to think municipality how to preserve this. What I want, you see, it is. I don't know how to influence, but I wanted that it will build in this way.
Well, maybe they should invest in Tacheles, and let the artists do what they want with this building with a little bit of investigation, because a lot of the people investing or wanting to invest in this building. Own other buildings in the area, so if Tacheles looks good, their businesses and the buildings in the other area will look good. So it would be better for them to invest within this building, let the artists do what they want with this building, and you would have like a Da Vinci made out of Tacheles if the investigation is there, and if they have that, it will be a massive tourist attraction. We all know that, and they will themselves profit from it. With having businesses and other buildings within the area. That's an obvious fact. But they didn't seem to think about that.
No, I think that it's a good idea. It will be, if, yes, it's real, it will be investing in this art situation with Tacheles. And maybe in another time, I don't know, maybe not now, but later, that it will be the same decision, you see, to get investor who wanted to make something, you see, and to preserve this place like arts. For it very good because it's here. Once more, it's here. It's everywhere in the world. It's a very famous place, and people coming. I don't know where it is. It's maybe Pergamon Museum, US, because it's special advertisements going on. But here it's not special advertisement. But people know. You see, it is very problem. It's strange because here it's going on experimental arts. It is.
It's more word propaganda.
Yes, small, but it is small work about this, but it is result it's very big.
It still attracts, like we've seen today, as soon as it opened, we've already had a few thousand people come through.
Yes, it is.
As soon as it opened up again, as soon as the security had actually left, as soon as the jurists decided that the artists could take the building back. Unfortunately, they did destroy art, the security guards, the private security guards. And I believe if the police had been brought in, they would have done the same just for fun, whatever. But we're not fighting against them, or nobody is. They believe it's a fight. They're backed by a massive investigation. I don't know how much they get paid, the security guards, but I imagine it's more than the normal security anywhere else in Berlin, which is sad. So basically they're doing it for money. They have to pay their bills, they have to live, they have to pay their rent or whatever, and they say, okay, I do this job to keep what I have, but in the meantime it's they kick other people out. It's a bit it seems a bit schizophrene, I would say, or not very clever. I know anyone working for private security firms and kicking artists out of a building and then destroying art as well is not normal in the head, my belief.
I think so. It's stupid, and I don't understand. It's for me, even in my country, in spite of all situation, I never listened that it was captured, all exhibition or something destroyed. No, because it's a big resonance that's going on.
Yeah.
They wanted to destroy it, but you see, a lot of people wanted arts, and they very carefully it's to paint to something. If they know that it is destroyed, it's negative. It will be in this bank, in these people who support it, or this bank politician who support it. It is a very big problem. It's always in every in the history of arts. You see, if it's some politician wanted to demolish to the arts, it's a big problem in history. Every time it's a very big reclam after that is going on, and yes, who it is people? It is vandal. It's vandals, yes. It's like terrorists for arts. You see, it's a very big problem. Yes, I understand. It's for example, yes, it's big bank. It's Nord Bank from Hamburg. Yes, they wanted yes to make investments. Yes, please invest here if you want it. Yes, but preserve this place like arts place. You see, if you wanted to build, it's the biggest square. Build what you want. You see.
They could build on the art being made here, and they could build on the artists without having to build another hotel from a dry building equipment. And the buildings lasted. It's from the 1800s. It's lasted. A world war. It's been bombed. It's still here. The building is solid, and if they were clever, they would invest in the building and the artists without having people pay 15 euros to come in and look at the art. People should be able to come in here free and look at the art. And I know you're not a big fan of selling your paintings. I've heard you don't like to sell that much. Obviously, you have to make a living for yourself, but you're very proud of your paintings. I've heard. Is that true? Is it?
You see, it's again, it's like a mistake. If they wanted to make entrance pay, yes, you see, it's people not to come. They come because it's free space. You see, and they, if they wanted, they get or prints or something. You see, it is like the same. You see, it's not necessary because it's. Yes, it's people now. It's very careful. It wanted to pay for something. Don't understandable. It's like I don't know where it is. No, it's not for Tacheles. Tacheles existed like a free house. You see, it is very important thing. It is. I think it's necessary to also preserve, as I say. What to pay? It's not so big. It's not like 15, for example. It's €5. It's also it's very nice. It's because a lot of people come and it's mostly it's young generation. It's like a student and middle age, and it's 5. It's okay. You see, if it's more, it's problem. 5 it's okay because it's never it's people who very it's by chance going on into they not go. You see. But not more.
So the future of Tacheles, the plan is to go to the press to find out the name of the security firm who don't like to give the name of the firm. Obviously they're not from Berlin, we've asked them all. They actually come from outside, so they've brought in outside security from different towns or whatever. Whoever they are, we will find out. They'll definitely be on the jurors list, the name of the firm or whatever, and we can find it out that way. And then to go to the press, press like Berlin Feuilleton, is it Junge Welt, Neues Deutschland, and any other magazine who will take the story on. and to show them that what's been going on here, that will probably be the step in the right area, I believe. Go to the press and bring the story of Tacheles in the press out, and the story of the security. What would you think of that? Is that okay? Or
I think it's okay because it's necessary that audience know about what's going on. You see by press. Now it's a very big function in this item. It's like computers. It is very biggest information. You see.
the biggest demonstration will be on Facebook. Will be
Yes,
on
yes,
MySpace.
Facebook,
Even though
YouTube,
MySpace
yes,
is
and
owned by
MySpace, yes, and I have a lot of in my Facebook. It's thousand and thousand. You see, they wanted to know what's going on, yes, and it's time to time a lot of my friends who make it like they put inside information. It's very nice because it's yes, it's art. It's scandal, very attract people. You see, if it's going on, it's like even yes, it's people interested. But when it's going on like this one, now what's going on is with Tacheles, is a lot of people wanted to know. It's in my country. I maybe 2 days ago I was in Minsk. It's my friends who was here, who it's a special circle of artists, special circle of musicians, special circle performance, special circle theatralic, filmmakers. You see, they so interested, and I don't understand it. They ask me. They made big a press conference, and I was, and it's for me it's very nice.
Do you think that the artists in Minsk are freer than the artists in Berlin at the moment?
Artists, it's every time free because it's everybody can do if they real artists. Yes, they made it free, but it is very very difficult to express what they make. You see, it is problem. Yes. And I have my friends who real it's like people who created something. You see, in a big basic. You see, it's very famous in Belarus. Yes, and it is. And now I told about the capture of my paints. It's not don't understandable for them how in democratic places the same situation. It's on an illegal form. If it's legal, okay, but illegal it is don't understandable for everybody.
They probably got a bit of a shock that coming from Europe and Europe, that could happen here, but it is the case. It's happening a lot in very many different cities and very many different lands and towns. And artists are free thinkers. I think any artist under pressure would show his pressure or the pressure he's under through the art he's making. Or any artist who feels free would show the freedom through the art he's making. Free thinkers are free thinkers in whichever land they are, I believe. Yeah, it's probably for them. They probably have different ideals and ideas about Europe right now after hearing that.
But you see, it's it's a problem in what Berlin. It's like a symbol. It's Union of Europe. You see, a lot of people look at the Union of European. In Belarus also, yes, because Belarus it's part of Europe.
Yeah.
You see, yes, and people very educated. You told, yes, because it's a lot of institute inside, and my friends, it's very educated. And
I've met in Germany. I've met quantum physicists from Russia. I've met Ukrainian metal
yes.
forms. I've met artists, musicians. amazing music, amazing, and it's mainly East-European lands that produced a lot of the most amazing art and the most amazing people, especially within their whatever they study or whatever they like to do. It's for some reason, I'm not sure why, but that is the case. The education within Western Europe, in Germany, everyone says, where I come from, Great Britain, they say that the German education is really great. They've never met anyone, had anyone from Russia or Belarus or White Russia. I think they cut a lot of money within Western Europe, a lot of education money. In Britain, the students have to pay to study right now, and that's probably the cause of the riots on the streets, which we had last year. They were only young people, they just came out of school, and they were looking forward to doing, going to college and then university, but then the government decided that they all had to pay. And then they all tried to get to Scotland where you didn't have to pay, but then Scotland cut the border off because it was going to be too many students coming in there, which was sad. So they had nothing to look forward to, so they went out on the street and basically rioted. There was another story behind that. There was a police officer shot and killed a man in London who wasn't armed. They lied and said he was armed to cover the story. It came out in the press, and that caused a riot there, which eventually exploded all across the country, basically, and put under pressure and under how would you say it, prejudiced against and put under pressure. People do tend to explode, whether that's art or whether it's another way, another movement. But I think to fight back avant-garde, like you do, obviously, anti-war pictures and fight back avant-garde is the way forward. As a never condone or violence, and I see artists don't tend to do that. They show what's going on in the world within the pictures that they make, within the art that they make.
Yes, you see, it's I touched the problem. It's a global problem. It's my exhibition. It's titled "Global Warning." Yes, it's like a playing of the words global warming, global warning. You see, and yes, I made this one, and I'm interested. It's a person. And biggest, what's going on planet, what's going on in universum. It's like my feelings about what is a life, what is a person, what is its relationship with this, and how to by words, by artist words. It's special words, because I made it like a canvas, like a color relationship, like a rhythmic, like structures, like it's image special. You see, it's I like it, and I made it very big. It's my paints, yes, and and it is attract people, because I looked here. It was my big exhibition. It's thousand people coming, and maybe 1 million, 2 million. It's looked my exhibition. You see, it's special situation, and it's only yes. I only said that it is cut it my now. It's paints. Yes, it is. It means that it's necessary to get lesson from this situation. To political people, yes, to everybody who wanted to create union of Europe. It's free, yes, yes. It's bank can make what they wanted to make, but art is art. You see, how to bank now? It's they told, please. We don't want it that your work will be in Tacheles. You see, how bank can me artist to say we don't want it that your paints will be in Tacheles. What is a bank? I don't understand. I know
a monetary institution.
Yes, if it's for example, yes, court say me we don't want that court decision. Yes, don't want. But how bank? It's code. What is a bank? Bank is something not understandable, you see. Why they want it? It's very funny, because in my country it's not the same, you see. It's in spite of authoritarian regime or something. But here it's free society. It's necessary because, you see, I make biggest exchange exhibition.
We hope to keep it a free society.
Yes,
that's what we're
with
trying
Minsk,
to do.
with Berlin, yes. And I wanted that it will be, yes, it's all common European Union, you see, and Belarus, it's part of European, you see. It's necessary we will be careful to make with its relationship with arts. It's only, you see, decision of court. And
art is internationalism. It goes over borders, it goes over nations,
Yes,
it goes over... and any artist accepts any other artist wherever or whatever. That I imagine, I hope, and that's it. Just goes over. The bank is a monetary institution that's a large corporation which is only out for profit and nothing else. And that's basically what we at the Tacheles is up against. Being in Berlin middle and being a piece of a building on a piece of land which is very much sought after by banks and investors. So that's basically, as you know, what we're up against. And what I would like to ask is when did you start? When did you get into art? What made you get into art? Who were the people you like the artists you like to look at?
you see, I finished Institute of Art in Minsk. Yes, then I got a lot of exhibition and in my country. After it's go out this situation like communist regime, I a lot of exhibition in Europe had, and I was in, for example, in Spain, in Italy, in France, in Paris, and in Warsaw, in Poland, and a lot of, you see. And but here, it is. I find it's when I first time look 2001 this building, and inside of building I think, oh, it's great. It is real art place where it's inspired going on. You see inspiration, and it is. After that, it's yes. In 2001, I successfully show my two big works, and after that, Tacheles every year invite me here, and we have very good relationship. I have a very big exchange exhibition with my country, and here it is very nice, yes, because step by step we understand each another, and it is very, very good for young artists, young musician, young performance, young theatralic to communicate with everybody. It's very good, because when it was iron cartoon, yes, we cannot to make it, but now we make it. Yes, and it is very pity that what going on with my exhibition. I think it will be. It's like a big lesson.
Which artist are your protege? Which artists did you like, or at school, or when you started to make art? Who were they? You must have had some. Maybe we don't know them or have never heard of them, but it doesn't really matter.
No, it's, for example, you see, it's for example, Mark Chagall. It's from Belarus, from Vitebsk. It's nearby Minsk. You see, it's 100 kilometers. Yes, and it is also it's Malevich. It was in Vitebsk. It was special situation in 1920. It was a very big arts, like a school, you see. It's a very big art. It's Lisitsky, it's also in Kandinsky. It's very something for Suchin. It's very famous artist. Yes, and it was very special, and it is influent in our artists, in our musician. They know about it. It's very big heritage. For us, it's very important. Yes, and I have this basic, you see, because my teachers, when I was in the institute, they told about this. Yes, they study in this time, you see, and it's for me very important. Now I'm here, yes, and I try to realize what Tacheles give me here, because I'm not think about it's very famous artist what I but it's Picasso, Modigliani, it's very great, and I also very high esteemed in Dali, for example, yes. But I try to make it with my language what I want. You see, language of arts, yes, and I made it. You see, and, yes.
You've obviously traveled around a lot and gained a lot of experience and over the years and within the Iron Curtain, was it easy being an artist? Could you travel at the time to other places and confine in other artists and share your work, or keep in contact with each other? Was it an easy way of life, or was it a hard way? Were you oppressed within Belarus for your art, or did they push you as an artist to become a figure who does the the country proud?
You see, in Belarus it's a different kind of time it was. You see, it was a comparatively democratic time. I can to expose what I want, you see. It was like a repressive time, very difficult, but I always also can make it, you see. I was in different parts of Europe, you see it, and I had a lot of exhibition. And I continue make my new paints in different parts. Yes, and for example, in Paris, it's a very good condition I had, and I made it. But it's not like the same here. It's in Tacheles inspiration. You see, it's something, but it's not here. I feel very big pressing on me, you see. I don't know, it's maybe it's combination from history, combination from special history of Tacheles. But it's going on, and I want to paint, you see, every day, and I use every hour. It's for me, it's a very, very important thing. Yes.
Alexander, would you like to say anything else? Is there anything you'd really like to say to anybody or any institution before we cut this interview now, or would you like the interview to go on? I can ask questions all day. How would you like to cut it, or get a drink, whatever?
You see, it's very nice to drink and that. Yes, thank you. You see, it's yes, really. I want to with my paints to show at first of all, not to show, to make experience, global experience. And I have this moment here to realize what I want, you see. And also I saw how people reacted on all what's going on in Tacheles, in my exhibition, and how they reacted when its exhibition it was closed. A lot of I don't even know that a lot of people in Europe know about my paints. You see, they come because it's friends. They friends. Yes, they told please, it's coming. Yes, they know by prints but now I cannot to show it because it's closed. This place. But what to do? You see, sometimes it's going on what you don't want.
You and every other person, every artist within the building are fighting against the closure. How that will end, we don't yet know, but there's a lot of support for Tacheles, and there's a lot of support for the artists within Tacheles, which is obviously a good thing. We are trying to create more support throughout the world using open social networks like Facebook, like MySpace, which I've already said. In the end, I believe that they actually get the note and probably invest in Tacheles, give the artists a choice of what they want here, because there are thousands of tourists who come here every year, and hundreds of thousands every year, and visit Tacheles as well. So it's already an international thing. People know about Tacheles in Scotland, in Wales, and anywhere you go in Australia, you meet every person from every country. You see here, there are Peruvians, there are Australians. It's very, very international here, and I think the investors should start to realize that. And I think that the Berlin, the Regierung should start to realize that. The people within the town hall should start to realize that and back this place as much as they can, and that would be the most important thing. Then we can still see amazing art like yours, as we see. Thank you very much for the experience, because it is amazing. And
thank you.
And
yes, thank you.
Like I said, we could cut the interview now, but then I'll say, Mr. Alexander Rodin, thank you very much.
Thank you also.
A wonderful interview.
Yes, it's hard.
We can start again if you like. If you have anything else to say at any time, we can start again.
Thank you.